No problem. I've still got plan C. Ladies and gentlemen.
Plan C podcast. In person. First episode back. I can't wait. Sound might sound a little meh, but just deal with it. What up? We're back. We're gonna fix it. I am joined today by Julian.
Hello, how you doing? I've been here before. I was talking about art.
Hell yeah.
This time I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I think we did like an art podcast. I think we did like an art versus business podcast.
Yeah, I re-listened to that one recently.
Oh yeah?
Nice, yeah.
Appreciate that. So welcome everyone. Appreciate you for listening. This episode is a little bit different. Not doing sports, obviously. This is going to be a new type of episode that I've been wanting to do for a while. Kind of teased at it if you're a regular listener. And basically, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making pro and con lists with each state in the United States. And then at the end of the episode, we're going to put it on a tier list. It may sometimes be me solo. It may sometimes be me and Julian. It may sometimes be me, Julian, and somebody from the state. You know, we're gonna figure it out as we go, but we're just excited to kind of jump in and start doing it. So as always, make sure you're liking, sharing, subscribing. We're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, we're on Twitter. You know, we're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Anchor, all over the damn place. Make sure you're listening to past episodes, whether it's our weekly sports content or a movie review or something a little more philosophical. Tripped over my words there. But yeah, we're going to get right into it. Appreciate y'all for listening, and here we go. And we're back. So as I mentioned in my intro, we are talking about Alabama today. What's up, Alabama? Why Alabama? Why? It is first alphabetically. Julian, are you aware of some of the nicknames of Alabama?
I don't know any of them, no.
Okay, so the first one is the Yellowhammer State.
Why is it called that?
I don't know. My guess would be that it looks like... Oh, no. It's a bird. It's a woodpecker.
Okay.
So named after a woodpecker
okay.
In terms of, nicknames. The next one I'm not super happy with. The next two aren't great. The Heart of Dixie and
Word.
the Cotton State.
Word. That's how we come in. Like,
yeah.
That's one thing I really appreciate about Alabama. They really, they'll let you know how they feel about something.
They'll stand on their shit.
It's something.
Their motto in Latin, and I'm totally gonna fuck this up. Audemus jura nostra defendere, which is, we dare defend our rights.
Oh, it's like New Hampshire vibes.
Yeah, New Hampshire vibes.
But I feel like, as a person, and this disclaimer, I've never been to Alabama. But
neither have I.
I feel like it's one of those places that's known for...
this is not to be taken seriously.
It's not to be taken seriously
Not to be
at
taken
all.
seriously. If you're from Alabama or you reside in Alabama, please do not take this seriously. This is satire.
Oh, for sure, because I got some shit to say about New York, too, and I'm from here.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Don't
exactly.
even worry about it.
Exactly.
I do think Alabama is one of those places that's, like, known for like, the incest stereotype.
Oh, hell yeah.
And so I don't understand why the city of brotherly love is Philadelphia. I feel like it should be somewhere in Alabama.
You're talking about Montgomery, a.k.a. New City of Brotherly Love?
Facts. We should change that.
We should. So, as we get into this, it's all random. This is all completely random. Again, we're going to make a pro and con list, and then we're going to put it on a tier list. So, yeah, sorry if you get mad, but Julian, did you know that that fucking Domino's must not be played on Sundays in Alabama?
That's funny, because isn't Sunday in Spanish Domingo? Which is like almost Domino. It's kind of racist, Alabama.
Alabama racist?
That's
No
kind of
way.
culturally insensitive. How come, like, that's Domino Day? Wait, let me look it up. I'm pretty sure Domingo is Sunday in Spanish.
That's crazy. And in a place in it called Anniston, Alabama. While you're walking down something called Noble Street, you cannot wear blue jeans.
What happens if you wear blue jeans?
Oh, I don't know. I just apparently you
I
can't.
feel like that's like cops they just want an excuse to like harass people. So
Be
they're
like,
like,
hey, you wearing blue jeans? Be like, no, officer, these are black. I don't know. Those are looking a little navy.
a little navy.
Also, like, it is legal to, have an incest marriage.
Oh, for real?
Oh, it is legal. They are legitimate.
Oh, see, I thought I was joking. I mean, I was.
No,
but I
no.
wasn't, I guess.
Incest marriages are legal in Alabama. That is a fact.
Wow.
Yeah. We're not talking about too many pros right now. So let me change it up. They've got some really good football down there. If you didn't know, Alabama, just Roll Tide. They've been winning a lot of national championships and produce a lot of NFL players. So, the Alabama pipeline to the NFL is a real thing. Auburn University, War Eagle. My cousin goes there. So, Kara, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry.
All right.
Alabama just, Alabama's Alabama, I'm sure, but you know what? I'm sure there's like 100 good things that she could tell me about Alabama. Alabama does scare me a little bit.
It's yeah.
Seems like one of those places that, like, once the sun goes down,
it's intense.
just be in your home.
It's definitely intense.
Yeah. What you got for me?
I mean, I'll start with my pros.
Okay. Yeah, hit me.
So, they got beautiful white sand beaches. Like
Hell
really
yeah.
white sand. Like it's called the Gulf Shores, and anything on the Gulf of Mexico is probably gonna be like pretty nice.
Facts. Shout out New Orleans.
I will also have to say that one of my favorite pieces of art ever created was like an Alabama staple.
Oh, okay.
2007, Rich Boy came out with this song called "Throw Some D's," and like, I was a small child in 2007, and I just remember like back when MTV used to still play music videos.
Shout out old MTV.
And that shit blew my mind. And 2007 is like, this is like T-Pain era, like very like melodic, like ringtone rap type of shit. And it just was like super stuck in my head. Everybody with those like triple XL t-shirts, crazy. So like Southern rap was huge for me at that time.
Word.
And specifically Rich Boys from Alabama, which I didn't know. And
Shout
I
out.
love that song.
Shout out Alabama. Look at that.
But if we're talking about music.
Oh, yeah?
So while Alabama, I think, might be responsible for one of the best songs I ever heard, it's also responsible for one of the worst songs I'm not going to say... Well, we'll get into it.
Let's get into it, yeah.
So, it's this group called Leonard Skinner, and I don't know what type... Is it like country? I don't know.
It's rock.
Rock, okay.
Yeah.
A rock group called Leonard Skinner. They have this song called Sweet Home Alabama, which I know you've heard.
I mean, if you've been in a bar or if you've been anywhere where there's white people...
Yeah.
Sweet Home Alabama plays.
They got like
Sweet Home Alabama.
And I'm not gonna lie, bro, like I wanted to say it's a bad song because I don't like what it represents, but it's kind of a slap. Like it kind of gets stuck in your head, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a reason it still plays.
So it's actually a response to this song Southern Man, I think it's called, by Neil Young. And that song is just kind of like a critique or criticism of the Jim Crow South. And Leonard Skinner heard that and was like, "Nah, we not gonna let that rock. We gotta defend like our state and their, in all parts of it, even the apartheid." And I was like, "All right, bro, like that's crazy." But I will say, they won the beef.
Yeah,
because we don't remember that Neil Young song, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I just gotta be objective here.
Like, you know that like half of Leonard Skinner's band members died in a plane crash?
Oh, that's lit. That's what's up.
Jesus Christ. No, Leonard Skinner as a group was some of those guys are pretty damn racist.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know I've heard the song, but I didn't really know the history of it until I started like doing research.
You know Freebird?
No.
You never heard the song Freebird?
No.
No, you definitely. Yeah,
play it.
I promise. I'm not gonna play it right now. But like, you've definitely
Free
heard.
advertising. You know. I have a couple more pros. Like
Yeah.
historically, I think Montgomery, Alabama is a really important city for the civil rights movement. So that's like, what I will say is, I feel like Montgomery, the bus boycott and like everything that happened as a result of that with Martin Luther King and like Rosa Parks coming into prominence at that time, said a lot about civic action. Because at that point, I think it was something like 75% of the bus riders in Montgomery were black, and so like they held a lot of political power and actually used it. Like, we're not riding the bus. I thought that was really powerful. So like, yeah, I guess there's some
some
good,
pros
like,
there.
history there.
Yeah. So just talking about pros, we're gonna keep going on these pros, Alabama. Just famous people from Alabama. Courtney Cox. How about that?
I don't know who that is. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, we don't have to get into it. Channing Tatum.
That's what's up. 21 Jump Street.
Octavia Spencer.
Okay.
Hank Aaron.
Is that athlete?
One of the best baseball players of all
Baseball
time.
player. I heard that name before.
Nat King Cole.
Nice.
Carl Lewis.
Nice.
Helen Keller.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Lionel
so
Richie. Laverne Cox. Rosa Parks. Shout out. Mia Hamm. Bo Jackson.
Oh, Bo Jackson is crazy.
Bo Jackson is crazy.
The two sports shit was insane. I only know about that because of rap.
My dad went to high school with somebody who then went to Alabama for running, and he like roomed in the athletes dorm, and my father is around the same age as Charles Barkley and Bo Jackson. So my dad like is one away from those guys because he knew his friend. Well, I don't know if it was his friend, but he just knew a guy who like lived with Bo and Charles Barkley and shit.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley's one of the funniest people alive.
Yo, shout out Charles Barkley. That honestly, Alabama's number one, maybe number 2 or 3, like most important thing they've ever made.
He's from Alabama too?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. No,
Yeah.
Charles Barkley's go to. I'm not gonna lie, that actually bumps it up on
Charles.
the tier list off rip.
Just things that Alabama is known for: peanuts, cotton, and agriculture industry, southern hospitality, as you said, the beautiful Gulf Coast beaches, its role in the civil rights movement, and college football.
Oh, I gotta talk about college.
Yeah, what's up?
So there's this group, it's kind of like a secret society in Alabama that I'm actually like, I'm not sure that how much I can really talk about because they really be like assassinating people. It's kind of crazy, but I will look this up right now. So it's called The Machine, and it's the Alpha Rho chapter, the former Alpha Rho chapter of the Theta Nu Epsilon fraternity, and it's basically just like a group of like all white fraternities and sororities that are like rigging all the elections on and off campus. So they'll like
what do you mean rigging like for
like voter fraud, like for the government,
like in our elections, like not in
I don't
their.
know about national, but like state.
That's crazy.
In and off campus though. So like obviously in the student government they'll do shit like they'll
My cousin's in a fraternity or in a sorority. Kara, fix this please.
See, she might know about this. There's a documentary on Max called Bama Rush that talks about like how big the sorority and fraternity culture. Like, I'm sure your cousin knows.
Yeah,
about that.
no, yeah.
But
Massive.
apparently within that documentary, they talk about how like crazy the machine is, and they'll do shit like incentivize kids to vote by like giving them free drinks or something if you vote for XYZ.
What? That's illegal.
It's very illegal.
Well, I mean, it's illegal to do around the polling site. I don't. But damn, that's crazy.
But it's like a big thing in the colleges in Alabama, and apparently they said on and off campus. So like, I don't know how much that affects the state government, but that might be a con if you live there.
That's definitely a con.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to, trying to get people to vote, but don't manipulate folks.
It's kind of connected to this. I didn't know about this, and I'm from Connecticut, but Connecticut has a similar thing called Skull and Bones at Yale. I don't know nothing about Yale though. I wasn't like in college in Connecticut.
Anastasia.
Yeah, I might have to get
Anastasia. Can you help us out?
But she might be sworn to secrecy. Like.
That's true. God damn it.
They be like sniping people, bro. Like it's crazy.
That's intense. Just on a con list, can I read you some Alabama State rankings?
Yeah.
Okay, so crime and corrections. Can I get a guess of where they rank?
Crime.
Crime and corrections, yeah. So I think
I don't
that's
know, it's
like
probably
I think
high.
that's like
because I
crime
feel like
rate.
they have a lot of. It's unfortunately like I feel like there's a lot of poverty there.
Median income in Alabama, $34,000 a year, which is crazy.
That's more than I thought, though. To be honest.
Oh, I thought it would be higher.
You think so?
Yeah,
I thought it'd be lower. 34,000. I guess it depends on the cost of living.
yeah. Crime and corrections, what you got?
I don't know. How would you read? What is this?
Just like think about like crime rate, amount of people locked up, shit like that.
But how would you
1 out of
quantify
50.
that? 1 out of 50.
1 out of 50, 50 being or 1 being the safest, 50
ranking
being the worst.
in the where it ranks in the
Yeah,
states?
yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
40th.
Okay.
Not great.
Okay.
Economy is 33, so a little below the median. Education, 44th. Ugh. Fiscal stability, this is interesting. 20th.
Fiscal stability.
Yeah.
So like maybe it is easier to live there with less money.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But then it's like you're stuck there.
Another
It's harder to get out.
Another bad one. Healthcare, 44th. Yee, not
That's
great.
really bad.
And this,
Really
by
bad,
the way,
especially with low income.
this is like USA Today, so this isn't some like, hater website. I mean, I don't know. USA Today could be a hater website, but again, this is all satire, so infrastructure, 36, not great.
Okay.
Natural environment, 47th.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I'm calling cap on that, even though I haven't been. But like, it's known for like rolling hills and white sand beaches. But like, what do they mean? Like deforestation? Like
I don't know actually.
Because when I think of Alabama, I think of it being super lush.
And
so
then
that's my conception. I guess I could be wrong.
And then for for opportunity, it's 32nd, so a little below halfway.
More than I thought.
So this website kind of does not like you, Alabama. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Man.
I'm sure there's very nice parts of Alabama, and I'm sure there's great damn food in Alabama.
Oh my God! Hold on.
Alabama seems like the type of place where like you walk into a diner that looks really shitty, but then you like get the best meal of your life.
I'm about to see right now because does Alabama?
And it's called like Mom Paws or something like that.
Does Alabama have Publix?
Alabama definitely has Publix.
It does have Publix. There are 88 Publix stores in Alabama.
There's 88 Publix.
I'm not gonna lie.
We should go there immediately.
Any state with a Publix, low key good in my book. That chicken tender sub, man, and they're not paying for this. Maybe I'm not allowed to say that. You can stop me if I'm if I'm advertising too much.
You can give Publix free advertising.
Listen,
That's okay.
That sandwich is crazy. The chicken tender sub.
I've heard good things.
Mm.
Anyway, anything else you got about Alabama before we get out of here?
I think that was all my notes. Oh, what's her name? Flo Millie's from there.
Shout out Flo Millie.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of football players I'm not thinking of that are from Alabama. So I'm sorry, guys.
No, I don't think I have anything else to say about it.
All right. Where would you put Alabama? S to F tier.
I gotta be careful.
No, you don't. This is satire.
I'm literally looking at a map of the U.S. right now, but there's a whole bunch of shit on here that I'm gonna like. Not
and remember, F tier exists for a reason. I'm not saying put Alabama there, but
F is crazy.
F does exist for a reason.
F is crazy. I feel like for something to be F tier, there's like you gotta go there and not be able to do shit. But
looking at you, Indiana.
It's hot as hell though.
It is hot as hell.
It's a
and there's probably a lot of mosquitoes.
I feel like it might be worse than Florida, like humidity wise. I feel like they don't even got wind. Maybe I'll be wrong.
Oh, I don't know if it's worse. I would put them on the same tier.
Oh.
Maybe Florida a little bit higher just because Miami.
Yeah, Miami seems breezy.
Miami. No, I'm just talking about in general.
Dale.
Can't wait for the Florida episode.
I love Florida. I'm putting Florida S tier before we even have to discuss it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm probably gonna say. Oh, shit. Do I say D, bro?
I was thinking about D or C.
I feel like I want to say D.
D?
C if I'm being nice.
Yeah, no, let's go D. Let's
High
fucking do
D,
it.
low C.
High D, low C.
High D, low C because y'all got history. So I can't take away as
incest is a big minus for me.
Incest is a big minus. Yeah. But the thing is, like, everything I feel
the
like
legal
I like about
incest.
Alabama already happened. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And it's like there's a lot of legacy, but like, what's going on now?
Yeah.
I can't. I feel like if I went to Alabama right now, I don't know what I would do.
I'd see some football, but then like, what are you gonna do for the rest of the week? You know?
Yeah.
That's Saturday. And then you're like, then what?
I feel like that's D, because like once I go to Publix and I go to the beach, but I could do that in Florida.
Exactly. All right, Alabama, you're the first state that has been ranked, and you have been ranked D tier. Congratulations. Yeah. Welcome to the party.
That's fucked up, bro. But I mean, I'm just this is.
You got
quick riffs.
You got anything to plug before we bounce?
No, not really. No.
All right. Make sure you listen to previous episodes. Make sure you're liking, sharing, subscribing. We're, as I mentioned, on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple, Anchor Breaker, Google Podcasts, and many more. Make sure you check us out. Let us know what you thought about this episode. You know, something new, something fun. And yeah, hope you're having a great day. Thanks for listening again. Julian, thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming all the way to Brooklyn. Shout out to our first in-person podcast again. I think this is like the 90th episode of Plan C.
That's crazy.
Which is really crazy to think about. I know there's been hiatuses? I don't know.
All the groups take a hiatus, though.
I'm saying. But you know what? We're still out here. Anyway, thank you for listening. Have a good one. Peace out.